Good afternoon. We want to thank everyone for joining us here for the semifinal post-game press conference of the 2025 CUSA Basketball Championships. We're joined by Kennesaw State head coach Antoine Petway, by fifth-year forward Ranji Gordon, and by junior guard, who else came? I'm sorry, fifth-year guard Delaney Hurd. We'll make sure the attending media here in Huntsville have the ability to ask their questions first. Then we'll move to our Zoom audience. For the audience in Zoom, if you'd like to start adding your questions to the chat queue, that could make us move more efficiently. If you don't mind, please state your name and affiliation prior to asking your question. We thank you for attending and thank you for your patience. We'll now begin with opening statement from Coach Petway before opening up to questions.
Yeah, tough end to a good game. I thought our guys played well enough to win that game. I just hurt for my guys right now. These two dudes were Ricardo Writer seniors. Super proud of that group in that locker room. It's real. They're in there crying their eyes out, man, because it means so much to them. We feel like, you don't just lose, you learn. So we gotta find a lesson in all this and get better from it. But I'm extremely proud of my group. All year they fought, all year they believed, and today was no different. Didn't execute like we needed to down the stretch, and it maybe cost us the game. Didn't finish like we normally finish. But man, I'm not trading none of my guys. I'm not trading this experience for anything. These two dudes up here especially exemplify everything I want this program to be about, everything it is about. That locker room in there is truly special. They're in there hurting because it really means something to them. And that's all my concern is right now, letting them dudes know they have a home at Kennesaw forever, and they're like, this a real family here. Liberty did enough to win the game. Coach McKay is an awesome coach. They got really, really good players. Matheny made big shot after big shot. I thought they responded when they needed to. That's a championship level group. But I'm not trading my guys for anybody. I thought we competed and we fought and we believed to the end. So love them to death. That's not changing.
Question?
Talk for a second about the two guys sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Both with you guys. Delaney's been with you all 5 years. And then Ranji has come in and just had a huge impact.
Oh, man. It's a level of trust with these dudes, on and off the court. Like I said before, they exemplify everything I want my program to be about. They're two of the hardest workers in our program, but they're two of the best young men that I've ever been in contact with. Delaney's been with me since Alabama. He's one of the first phone calls when I got the job. If he was the first, he probably was the second, because I've been knowing him a long, long time, recruiting him when I was at Alabama and coached him when I was at Alabama. And I wanted culture guys that we can coach hard, but that was going to show up every single day and bust their tail. These dudes are awesome leaders. That's why we made them captains at the beginning of the year. They two-year captains. Love them, man. Love them. These dudes, it's hard to replace these kind of dudes in your locker room. And the reason they out on that court is because it's a level of trust I have with them.
For Ranji and Delaney, when you look back on your decision to transfer to KSU 2 years ago, what goes through your mind? What kind of legacy do you feel like you left here?
All right, what went through my mind was Coach Peck coming. I know I got somebody that believe in me, so, it was easy just to come play and be myself and learn and take all the coaching he could give me. I knew he was going to have guys around me that was going to help us win and that was going to keep the culture going, like you say, like hard work and dedication and committing to the team. That was the biggest thing, and I knew I was going to have that coming here to Kennesaw under him.
When I heard about when Peck got the job, it was no question that I wanted to come here because the first day I stepped on campus in Alabama, he was one of the guys that instilled confidence in me and belief in me from day one. And I knew when he came over here that I knew nothing was going to change. I know what he's cut from the cloth, the dedication and the heart he has. Like, I want to play for somebody like that. And I knew when he got the job, it was no question I wanted to come here with him and start some here at Kennesaw. And it's going to keep going after me and Ranji. I know this guy right here is the hardest working man I know.
Sure.
And I really enjoyed my last 2 years here, and I just want to know that I gave my all to this organization, this program, and I love this guy. I love my brothers in the locker room and stuff like that.
For the guys who talk about kind of what he's about, but just how would you describe him as a player, from the bench or however, and just how would you describe him as a person?
Energetic, fun, loving. Like, he gonna take care of you. Like, when we come from Alabama, like, our culture is just, we love each other, we family oriented. You know what I'm saying? He keep us strong. He got his own family, but he always makes sure we good. Like, you can't ask for nothing else from a coach. You know what I'm saying? He faith driven. That's why he's so passionate about what he do. He got his purpose. He know his purpose, and as a man, that's all you can ask for. You know what I'm saying?
Anything he's asking of us, energize-wise, he's giving the same from the sideline. Like, if he could be 6 people out there, he'll be playing with us too. So, he's like one of the most down-to-earth type of guys you ever meet. But, he's going to give you that energy. He's going to get on you, but he just wants the best out of you in every type of way, on and off the court. Being good men, good players and stuff like that. So, he's one of the best coaches I ever played for.
John?
Coach, they shot 57% second half, and I don't think it was a defensive issue. I think, is this just one of those times where you have to tip your cap? They got hot and made shots?
For sure. I'm sorry. Damn. I love these dudes, man. And it ain't often you get guys that are about the right things. We hit the jackpot with these dudes at Kennesaw State. Oh, man. But yeah, back to Liberty, man. Like I said, amazing program. What they're doing up there, man, it's a championship level program. And they stepped up and made shots. They made deep shots. They made tough shots. They made shots when it counted. They deserve to win the game today.
Further questions in the room?
Coach, do you feel like Matee played any sort of role there in the second half?
No, we built for it, man. Like, no. A couple turnovers late. I should have used my timeout and probably got us more organized later on, late in the clock. But no, we're not using no excuses. Like we this whole year, man, we didn't use one excuse. We didn't play well enough to win the game in the end. So no, it starts with me. My guys fought. They believed in everything we taught them. They were super coachable. We just didn't do enough at the end to get the victory. So no, we in great shape. We're like, at this point, you plan to keep going, so we can get rest later on. You know what I mean? That was our mindset.
Coach, it's still a young crew you got. You have a lot of guys coming back. Do you feel like there's the foundation has been set?
For sure, man. And it's been because of dudes like these two up here. But definitely the foundation has been set. I think we made a statement in it for our first year of Conference USA. I think we gained the respect of a lot of programs in this league that didn't know what to expect from us coming into our first year. But I think, and that's kind of what my mission was, man. We wanted to win a championship, but I also wanted them to put the league on notice that when you play Kennesaw, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a brawl. We're going to give you everything we got for 40 minutes, and we're not backing down. We're not retreating. We're not surrendering for nobody in this league, and that's the plan going forward.
Just for the guys, especially with a bunch of young talent on this group and with this position, is how would you describe kind of the culture of this year, specifically with such a talented group?
It's exciting when you're a fifth year where you see the freshmen where they come in and how they end the season and the growth they have. It just puts a smile on your face. But the culture that the coaching staff and the organization we established in the locker room, it's a brotherhood that's tight, that, we have fun on and off the court. Like, we go to class together, we eat together, we hang out together. But we know when we get on the court, it's business. So it's a culture that starts the the building process. And I know the young freshmen, they understand that, and they're going to continue that culture when me and Ranji are not here.
Coach, we do have a question from our Zoom audience. Coach, how would you summarize this year for Kennesaw State?
We laid the foundation. We came and we made a great impression on the Conference USA as a league. This program is just going up from here, man. Coach Amir started something special, and I'm just standing on the shoulders of that giant. And I think we're gonna continue to get better and better. It's gonna continue to excel. We're gonna go farther. We got a taste of what it takes to win a championship, and it just makes me even more hungrier, thirstier for success. And so I think the foundation has definitely been laid. But I think I know this university and community is proud of that group in that locker room, and that makes me happy.
Any further questions in the audience here?
Adrian Woolley had 28 points this afternoon, played the entire game. Can you just talk about his growth during the season?
He's been amazing. He's been amazing, man. I think he's freshman All-American, first in school history, set the scoring record for a freshman, broke the record for freshman of the week honors in Conference USA. But he's everything we want this program to be about. He works extremely hard. He's a great man and a great young man on and off the court. Has a 3.7 GPA in the classroom. He's just his approach, it's mature beyond his years. And you haven't seen the best of him yet. He's just gonna continue to rise and continue to be better and better. But he's a special young man. He's a great player, but he's an even better young man.
Any further questions? Okay. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Okay, good afternoon. We want to thank everyone for joining us here for the semifinal postgame press conference of the 2025 Conference USA Basketball Championships. We're joined by Liberty head coach Richie McKay, by junior guard Colin Porter, by senior guard Caden Matheny. We'll make sure the attending media here in Huntsville have the ability to ask their questions first. Then we'll move to our Zoom audience. If you are with us on Zoom, it'd be helpful if you go ahead and put your questions in the chat function and give us, as we'd ask in here as well, your name and affiliation prior to asking your question. Thank you for attending, as well as your patience. We'll now begin with the opening statement from Coach McKay before opening up to questions.
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank Judy McLeod and her staff for the assembling of an incredibly talented, competitive basketball conference. This league is really, really good. I'll get on a little rant. I'm a little surprised we don't get more credit as a conference in terms of a second at-large or a second bid, because if you look at how competitive these teams are, there's some candidates that are worthy. A lot of respect for that group that we just played, for them to endure what they did last night. The game was physical, it was tough, it was hard fought, and to come out and play the way they did speaks volumes to Coach Petway and the program that he's built upon from Amir. We haven't trailed that long all season, so to be down literally for 36 plus minutes, incredibly proud of our group's resilience. maybe it's resiliency. They had a belief. Colin Porter, one of our players, said in the locker room, Colin Porter believed the whole game. And when you have a point guard like him, you got a chance to have a special season, and that's been the case for us. So, and then he's not bad either. Like at halftime, I showed him some old clips of my three-point prowess, and he obviously checked it out. And yeah, questions?
John Manson and Cedar Ray, Coach, you touched on it, but trailing by as many as 14 for over 36 minutes before you get your first lead. Just what does that speak to this team's resiliency, maturity? Talked about it all season.
Yeah, John, you've seen nearly every one of our games. So, like, I just think throughout the course of a season, that's game 33, I think. Like, you would have thought we would have been down more often, more frequently for a longer duration, but that hasn't been the case. We lost a couple of home ones. I think Kennesaw was up in the second half against us, but most of the games have come down to the last 2 or 3 minutes in our losses, and we've kind of got away from people in a bunch of our wins. So I think that experience is really valuable. We hope to keep playing, and I think anytime you solve that equation, it's you probably make a deposit in the confidence bank that you can do it again.
Colin, I think there was one point there in the first half. Kennesaw was kind of getting anything they wanted on an offensive end and giving you guys a tough job down the other side. You came out of a timeout. You got really aggressive, attacked the basket a couple times. I think you also got switched over to Woolley on the other end. What was going through your mind during that time, trying to help the guys stay in it?
Yeah, I mean, Woolley's a great player. He's one of the best guys that we've guarded all year, and just being able to try to disrupt his rhythm was all that I was trying to do, and just give some energy to the guys, knowing that it's going to be a 40-minute game, not a first half game. The start of the second half is going to be a full 40, so I think just going out there and trying to lead by example was one of the things I was trying to do.
Katie, talk about from your plays down the stretch, seemed like everything was working for you. Do you feel like things were just you had an open look and good shot at the baskets? How are things working for you in the second half?
Yeah, just saw a couple go in, and confidence went up a little bit, and then kind of started handling the ball a little bit, and Zach was setting some good screens, but that's just a testament to my teammates just trusting me, having confidence in me to make the next one, but the shots never happened just by myself. It was the little details throughout the possession that got me open.
After what you guys went through, last season and last year in Huntsville, is this a little bit sweeter to come out victorious tonight?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. But we know our end goal. It's not just to make it to the championship. We want to win it, obviously. And yeah, we're gonna soak this one in for a little bit, but got a quick recovery for tomorrow. So can't really relish in that excitement, like you said. But yeah, quick turnaround, and we'll be ready for tomorrow.
Other questions? Do we have any questions from our Zoom audience? Yes, we do. We have from Bryson Gordon from the Lynchburg News and Advocate. Could Coach speak to the effort from his two guards against their two all-league guards, Woolley and Cottle? People often speak about Liberty guard size, but their heart and effort in the comeback was great.
Yeah, Bryson, thanks for the question. That's been my proclamation all year long. Whatever their height limitation is in terms of their matchup, they overcome it with their toughness, their perseverance, their commitment, and their basketball acumen. These are two of the brightest basketball players that we've had come through our doors. So, look, Woolley and Cottle, you're not going to stop them. You just have to hope to contain them. They have so many really good actions that put you in a compromising positions, and their staff does a really good job of recognizing your coverage and trying penalizing you for it. So, again, I think Coach Hooten said yesterday that they were trying to hold them to 28 points or 30 points. I didn't think about how many we can hold them to. I just wanted to outlast them. They're so offensively proficient. We knew it was going to be a hard guard. And proud of our dudes, and Javon, and Zach. We switched Zach on the Wooly a little bit, and he typically guards a forward, and he did a great job on Wooly for the minutes he had him.
Coach, Kennesaw seemed like they couldn't miss there in the first half. Got a lot of good looks, especially around the basket. What do you think was key for you guys to kind of start slowing them down and letting the team make a run back?
John, I just think it was a really high-level basketball game, and when you're playing against a team that has the proficiency that they do, remind you, they beat us, Jack State, and who they beat yesterday, and New Mexico State, all within the last 10 days. So they have a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum, and I think we made it a little bit harder, maybe got a little bit more aggressive on the ball. And I think, they played Wooly 40 minutes, so that's a lot of minutes in a, 29-hour stretch, and maybe wore down a little bit, I don't know. But, I just think the belief that we alluded to earlier was really important in our cause. And that's been foundational to what we've tried to do and whom we recruit or invite into our program. I think our guys have a different, they have an uncommon way of thinking. They got emotional maturity that's fabulous.
Coach, I think tomorrow night, I think it'll be a 5th championship game you played in the last 7 years. What would have been so key for this program to be able to sustain this level of success, especially in 3 different conferences so far?
Some unbelievable young people have walked through our doors, and Liberty attracts that kind of young man, and they develop, they become us, which I just think, man, it's such a privilege to be around, because you grow as an adult when you're in our room because of the way these dudes walk and live. And I think there's a pursuit of excellence that is common on our campus, but I don't think we're identified by the outcome. And hence the reason why I think we've been able to have a little bit of success that's maybe sustainable.
Any further questions from press conference? Any more questions from our Zoom audience? Okay.
Hang on.
Coach?
If you guys can tell me what hockey team that was,
What do we get?
what do you get? What do you want?
It's a bird of some sort. So
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You'll never get it. Atlanta Thrashers.
Atlanta Thrashers.